And thus the Riku redemption arc begins. Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully and welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts commentary. To comment on Riku's little scene right there, again, that is very much the turning point for him. I mean, after giving up his body to Ansem, yeah, he comes to realize that that was a big mistake because now he's no longer in control, and as such, his physical being and all, has been cast into the realm of darkness completely on his own. But there was a mysterious voice calling out to him, the very same one that was talking to us on Destiny Island, so yeah, seems that there's someone on the other side trying to get through to him. And again, if you played Chain of Memories you probably already know who it is, but for those in the cheap seats, well, we'll find out by the end of the game. But I mean, on that note though, I was deliberating on whether or not I should talk over the cutscene, but I think the atmospheric dissonance, if that makes any sense, that's probably not the right word to use, but fuck it. I don't know. I just prefer it, and again, as you can see, no matter how hard you try, you can't access Hollow Bastion. Again, as Sid mentioned, you can only do it via the wormhole, but instead we're going to be taking a bit of a detour. Hollow Bastion is now crawling with Heartless and is much more powerful, so, naturally, we gotta train ourselves up. And by which I mean we're tackling the final mandatory, Olympus Colliseum Cup. This one is basically the only one you need to complete if you want to finish the world, by which I mean sealing the Keyhole, but I mean apart from that you do still have a few other extra things to do, which we will be covering, concordantly. And that, I mean, after this part, and future Skully for the next couple of parts, I'm so sorry, but yeah, editing is gonna be pain, but in the meantime, use your blizzard to freeze all these little pylons here. Is that what they're called? Why am I misusing words today? Fuck man, I gotta stop drinking. Whatever. Basically just use freeze and you get some, well, stuff. A holy G, I believe. And again, you can only take those out with your blizzard power. It's a similar case to the, candles in the earlier segment of Traverse Town, so, it's like the game is teaching you how to use magic. But again, I think you need at least, Blizzara or higher before you can take those out. Again, I don't think regular Blizzard has the mustard to cut it, so, yeah. But anyway, now we're going to the final heat, the Hercules Cup. Settle down kids, we're basically just in for, well, another couple rounds of, well, stronger enemies. I think Cloud is also in this one, and then we get to face the main man himself, Hercules. Hercules, whatever the fuck it's spelt, this time of the week or year or what continuity you're going by, since Greek heroes are basically ancient fiction by this point, unless they are real, in which case, Zeus strike me down if I happen upon whatever. I mean, again, make yourself comfortable. Again, I know this is a very commonly, and again, I pointed this out before, but like, common as it is in Kingdom Hearts, like, couldn't they have at least, like, made, like, if they really wanted to disguise the fact that there's no crowd cheering you on, like, I don't know, maybe push the barriers a little bit higher, or, like, put some, billboarded, like, civilians cheering Sora on? I don't know, that's what a lot of other games tend to do, like, I mean, like, every sort of arena thing I can think of, like, from the Matrix Path of Neo to the fucking Knights of the Old Republic, like, again, they just, there was workarounds for this, but no one's cheering you on, and I think Birth by Sleep actually highlights this more than anything else, because they talk about the crowd, and, well, doesn't quite work. Again, I was initially scouting for some trivia on Hercules, the Greek god himself, but again, I didn't really find much of this interesting, or at least stuff that would have been relevant towards Kingdom Hearts, at least. Well, save for one thing, but again, we'll get to that a little bit later, so whatever. I mean, all the trivia about the Heartless and the enemies you fight here I've pretty much already expunged when they appear, so yeah. Well, okay, I suppose with the fact that I have sweet fuck all to talk about, it's time for some more trivia! Whoopee, woohoo, yeah. And I'm gonna be talking about a few dummied out words from Kingdom Hearts. I already mentioned a couple of ones beforehand, like gargoyles and stuff like that. But yeah, initially, Disney Castle that you saw right at the beginning of the game where Donald and Goofy came from, yeah, that was initially meant to be a playable world, but, and I think it was even shown in the game's beta trailer as well, but it was removed. Although I'm pretty sure, again, it was eventually reused for Kingdom Hearts 2, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you can also access it with a cheat code in Kingdom Hearts 1. Keyword being, I think, maybe a Game Genie? I don't know, I've never attempted to get them myself, but, who knows. And another word that was cut for time was actually, and again I apologize if I mentioned this before, but Toy Story was initially meant to be a world as well, but for whatever reason, and again, I have no idea why, but apparently for the longest time, Nomura couldn't secure rights for, like, Pixar-related properties, which, again, I believe, at least around this point in time, they were a part of Disney's, like, catalog. So, fuck, man, I don't really know what constituted it. But basically, they managed to secure the rights for Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's a world that Nomura wanted in for a long time, and it kind of shows because the Toy Story world in Kingdom Hearts 3 is actually pretty fun. And we shall see it, and do some dancing, and do some fine dining in the hell.
Nothing to it.
Yeah, there's nothing to it, because we pretty much fucked all these enemies up. 6 rays from sideways, and everything else. Rare Truffle, let's go for our record, baby! And, yeah, you pretty much have open season, unlike any other place in the game, to go for your record. This was not one of them. You'll be seeing a better attempt at that later on. Yeah, that wasn't really a thing to be proud of, Sora. And now, of course, we have Cloud. Slightly more difficult, but, again, the only real difference between Cloud here and the one that you fought beforehand is the fact that I believe he's given... Well, again, I know for the fact that he's given one additional attack. He'll do a Sonic Blade thing, he'll just dance around like a clown, because that's Cloud. Cloud the Clown. You feel me? But again, once you reduce his health bar by a certain amount, he'll eventually, well... you know what, you'll see. I believe it's around this point, actually. Yeah, he goes into his na-na-na-na-na, you can't hit me, Satan. Does his little one-winged angel thing, and he goes flying around. Dun-na-dun-na-dun-na-dun-na-dun-na. Again, it's pretty much just a na-na-na-na-na, you can't hit me phase, and that's... well... Again, it's not threatening in the least. I suppose maybe you're prioritizing attack over defense, but, well, we're just kind of wrecking his shit here, so who cares? Although, speaking of Final Fantasy VII, initially another character who was meant to show up at the Olympus Colliseum was Tifa Lockhart. So, yeah, that would have been a fun fight to enjoy. I don't know, I mean, Tifa does show up in Kingdom Hearts 2, but... yeah, I don't know. There are plenty of characters that should have shown up in this game, like, you know, Aya from Parasite Eve and Tifa and shit, but they didn't. As well as, again, something I was also doing a bit of research into before was that apparently Irvine from Final Fantasy VIII was meant to round out the Destiny Islands trio, but when it came to designing his outfits, they couldn't quite get down like a beach party kind of vibe, so that's why they replaced him with... it was either Waka or Tidus, actually, so... yeah. Weird, but, whatever. I mean, I suppose the only thing I can say is that, well, would have been appreciative to have more Final Fantasy characters show up. Which they always seem to do in concept, but, like, sometimes they just never reveal themselves, and that's, well, that's just disappointing. Thank fuckity goodness this shit's almost done. Now to see if we can find, any more miscellaneous trivia. Oh, there is actually one thing here which I can, talk about. This is related to, the main theme song, Destati. I believe there's actually, again, I'm playing it at the end of the videos now, because, for some reason, Dearly Beloved seems to be copyright to, like, Xavier or Wolf or something. I don't know if it's like some techno or rap song that uses it as a sample, but fucking YouTube copyright bullshit. But yeah, Destati, which is basically the main theme of the game, what you hear, basically, like, in the End of the World segment and at the Stained Glass, Station of Awakening that you see at the beginning of the game. Yeah, apparently when recording that song, Yoko Shimomura basically had a shitload of problems, recording it. Like in terms of like power failures, like weird stuff happening to the staff's computers. Almost as if it was tainted by darkness. But again, now that we're finally finished beating around the fucking bush, we can battle against Hercules, who's going against Thor at full power. He's gonna have to worry. So yeah, because of the fact that Hercules is a god and likes to show off, he'll do his little, look at these guns, bitches, suck my dick, which is not too far off from the actual god, when you consider Greek mythology, but yeah. Again, he's basically invincible when he goes into that golden glow. He'll do his little Crash Bandicoot spin slash thing, he'll dance around. Basically, you're going to attack him with barrels, which might seem like a very random thing that takes away his godhood power, but again, there is some truth to this. Basically, it was like a myth where Hercules... I can't remember who it was, but apparently they just dipped Hercules' shirt inside this barrel with, like, mystical water that basically, when he put the shirt back on, it tore off chunks of his flesh, so, yeah, that's basically where the barrel strategy comes from. Throw barrels at him, remove his invincibility aura, basically wait till he gets out of his spin slash and just go to town on him. It's really not as difficult as you might think. Oh yeah, he also has that, like, little Chaos Blast thing. What even is that, actually? Like, I'm kinda curious. I probably should have done more research on this, but, like, I mean, besides, Titanic strength and all that, did Hercules have any, like, other sort of abilities, or is, like, I mean, shockwaves and shit make sense, like, but shooting lasers, like, is that part of, like, is that, like, a remnant of, like, Zeus's lightning powers manifesting through his son? Or, like, does Hercules legitimately have fucking laser beams? I guess since he's a mythological character, you can pretty much just take whatever sort of liberties you want with him, but fuck, man, that's weird. Bzeom. But again, like, I mean, if you, like, there are still other heats of the Olympus Colliseum to do if you want to be optional about the whole thing. But, yeah, they're usually much harder than this. But again, in terms of the mandatory stuff, it's all very manageable. Like, I mean, I'm coming here very late game, so obviously I'm pretty much tanking all this shit, but again, even if you rise up to the challenges as they present themselves, again, I don't think you'll really have any problem on a first playthrough. Oh shit, I realize I probably should have talked about
That's the power of the Keyblade!
Oh well.
We're the champs!
Wow! And I didn't even hold back!
Now I finally know what you mean about strength of heart. Mine comes from Donald and Goofy.
Come again?
If we stick together, we're unbeatable. Not even Hercules stands a chance. With these guys beside me, I'm ready for anything.
But that's not exactly what—
Of course. Your friends give you strength. Isn't that right, Phil? The three of you together make great heroes. And as a team, I'm sure you can overcome anything.
And then Sora's hand crumbled to dust. But yes, we could not only get the Olympia Keyblade, but from the Riku segment we also get the Oathkeeper, which was from Kairi, with her little Lucky Charm thing. We also got the Yellow Trinity, which allows us to move this little block thing here. And again, we now have all Trinities in the game, and we also got Metal Chocobo for beating Cloud. Jesus Christ, there is a lot of Keyblades, and you're going to be seeing them in the coming parts, because now is part 1 of the cleanup video. Dear God, the editing. I'm Solidus-Skully, keep it new metal, and I'll see you dudes and dudettes next time. Catch you later.